Hey everyone, welcome to another Pioneer video here on Magic Arena. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and there's a link to my Ko-fi account in the description, so if you're able to support that channel that way, it is greatly appreciated. So today we are playing a little bit of Death and Taxes, or mainly just Taxes to be honest. So for those of you who know your Magic formats, you'll know that Death and Taxes is a long-standing staple of the Legacy format, where you can kind of run some of the most powerful prison cards ever printed that essentially just nickel and dime away at your opponent's ability to do the things that they want to do, adding 1 mana cost to things and just slowing them down to the extent that they then just bleed out the game. So we got a new card to kind of help enable this strategy in Pioneer, which is Lightstall Inquisitor. So it's a 2/1 for 1 white, Vigilance, Angel, Wizard. When it enters, each opponent exiles a card from their hand and may play that card for as long as it remains exiled. Each spell cast this way costs 1 more to cast. Each land played this way enters the battlefield tapped. So it's a fairly minor effect. I mean, the stats are good, and the Angel is a kind of relevant creature type in other decks, but it does combine very nicely with Drannith Magistrate, which is a 1/3 for 2 that says your opponent can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. So the Lightstall Inquisitor actually just locks that card out of the game for as long as you have Drannith Magistrate. Elite Spellbinder, which is this kind of effect that existed before, obviously does the same thing. So does Invasion of Gobekhan. So there's just lots of different ways of doing that with the Drannith Magistrate in play. And yeah, Soul Partition does a similar kind of thing. If you've spell quelled a spell and then the spell queller dies, the Magistrate, they can't cast the spell. So yeah, there's lots of different ways that this deck synergizes with Drannith Magistrate, as well as just being a good tempo way of shutting down what the opponent's doing. Yeah, and just kind of eventually just attacking them down. You know, the Lightstall Inquisitor, the Cathar Commando, the Elite Spellbinder, these are creatures with relatively high power for their low mana cost, so actually they do close out the game quite quickly. Particularly if the opponent is finding that they're struggling to cast their spells, either because you've exiled them from their hand, you're taxing them with Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, whatever it may be, whatever the reason is, that's kind of how you close out the game. We got some additional removal just with March of Otherworldly Light, which is nice and versatile, and then Essence Flux allows us to blink our creatures that we want to protect, that we want to reuse rather. So you can blink an Inquisitor, get the effect again. You can blink a Spell Queller. If you've got Magistrate, they can't cast the spell that you've blinked with Spell Queller, but you could get the Spell Queller effect again. Same with Elite Spellbinder. Yeah, there's just lots of different effects which mean that blinking them is a powerful thing to do. Obviously, Essence Flux also combines nicely with the +1/+1 counter that it gives Spell Queller. Yeah, and then just a little bit of additional removal as well. So pretty self-explanatory deck, although I'm sure very, very annoying to play against, which, you know, is what we're all about. In terms of the mana base, 16 dual lands, blue-white, as you'd expect. Flood Farm, running the full 4 copies of Flood Farm Verge, just because it is at minimum a plains, and like this deck is primarily white, so this is a pretty good Verge to have in this deck. A couple of basic lands, utility lands, and then a couple of Chefnet Dunes, just to give us that additional punch if we are flooding out a little bit towards the late game. We're kind of in a bit of a back and forth board stool. We've kind of stripped the opponent's hand, but we need to punch through that extra damage. Then we do have the Dunes as well. Sideboard, so we got Spell Pierce, just for some counter magic. This deck folds quite heavily to cards like Temporary Lockdown, so we do want to be able to deal with that if we can. Rest in Peace, Graveyard Hate, we don't care about our own graveyard. A couple more Skyclave Apparitions. Split Up is a good mass removal spell against aggro decks. Yeah, 3 mana mass removal is pretty good. Wedding Announcement is a good grindy card that eventually turns into an Anthem, and then a couple of Brazen Borrowers just for that tempo play. So yeah, that is it. Death and Taxes. As I say, it's primarily taxes, but because we don't have Swords to Plowshares, we have this card doing a very, very rough impression of Swords to Plowshares. So yeah, that's the deck. Let's take it onto the ladder. Ooh, no, I don't think this is a keep. Bit light on land. I think I'm going to have to keep this one, unfortunately. I don't particularly want to. Hang on, what's the opponent playing? They're playing Kahira, so actually I think I want to ditch a march. Hello. Yeah, let's just play a Drannith Magistrate. Okay. I think I'm fine to just soul partition that, and if they want to counter it, they can. Fine. Play another Drannith Magistrate. Okay, the opponent's missing land drops, so that's a good start. That's a good sign. Oh, play a Lightstall Inquisitor. See what they're taking out of their hand here. Farewell, that makes sense. Pass the turn. I think we'll Essence Flux that. Get it back again. They can exile another card from their hand. So yeah, this is pretty neat little chain we've got going here. Wandering Emperor as well, sure thing. Okay. I think I'm fine to Spellbind at this point. Yeah, take away their Supreme Verdict. Yep, go ahead. You may Memory Deluge. I think I'll put a stop there. Let them pick their cards and then I'll march their Seam Rip. Now they're kind of forced to have another mass removal spell. Okay, that's pretty good. I think I'll leave back the Magistrate just in case they're going to try to Emperor me. Okay. They go to 8. I'll play another Lightstall Inquisitor. This is fun. We should do this every week. That's got a sting. Okay, so they're dead on board here. If I can get the commando to stick. Cool. Okay, I mean, that is kind of how the deck's supposed to work. We got a little fortunate the opponent missed. I think it was one land drop, maybe two. But we didn't have the best opening hand either, and we were able to slow them down quite a bit. And yeah, just those kind of incremental taxes values stop them playing any of their good cards, really. Okay, so I definitely want Spell Pierce. This is not an easy deck to sideboard against. Control is tough for this deck, there's no doubt about it. I think I want the Skyclave Apparitions more than I probably want the March of Otherworldly Light. Yeah, I think that's fine for the draw. Maybe we put March back in on the play. This is another mulligan. Jeez, tough. His opening hand's been quite tough. And again, this one isn't amazing. Am I going to 5 here? I think I probably am. Okay. I think I'll ditch 1. Let's put back Soul Partition and land, I think, here. Let's hope we draw something a little bit better. That does not count by itself. Where's my Guardian of Thraben? More land, you say? Okay. Fine. Yeah, having Spell Pierce here is not the worst. I think I'm willing to let this be countered if they counter it. They may well have Verdict, I suppose. Base is pretty good. Well, let's take Baser out the way. I think we're just passing the turn again. Show me your hand, sir. I want to see it. No, that's not very good. Okay, I'll take Dovin's Veto as it's the unconditional removal here. They want to double trade with my apparition, they can. Obviously, I have a supreme verdict problem if they ever manage to play it. I also have a I'm just drawing lands problem, but Yep, Kahira's not that interesting by itself. Can we blank them for 100 turns? That's fine, I'll take 3. Gosh, I hope they don't draw the Wandering Emperor. What am I going to do with this apparition? Yeah, I think we're kind of now just like... We're kind of at the point of, like, have Supreme Verdict or lose here, I think. That's fine. They can do that, then we're playing around stuff like Teferi, Farewell. Okay, I'll just have another land, shall I? Okay, you get 1 draw step. 2 draw steps. Well, they haven't conceded, so I think I'll start with Inquisitor. See what they do. What's that? Temporary lockdown. Fine. Oh, you public menace. Okay.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming. This is what you get for hurting my people.
Have a fish.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Well, it was inevitable they'd draw something at some point. I'm just slightly disappointed that all I did was draw land. Well, thanks for coming to play. Okay. Yeah, we nearly got away with it there. Did not quite. Yeah, I think March can go back in. Take out a Skyclave, Essence Flux, probably a Cathar Commando. Actually, no, Cathar Commando can stay in. A Soul Partition can go out. In fact, I'll get rid of 2 Soul Partitions and put in Brazen Borrow instead. I think that's better. Just really shorten the clock. It's another creature that doesn't get hit by temporary lockdown as well. Elite Spellbinder, so nearly got it done for us there. 1 more turn, and we'd have been alright. What is up with these opening hands, honestly? Where's all my land gone? I actually think this hand's fine. Hello, yes, it's me again. Fine, fine. I'd do it again. Okay, well, let's have a look in your hand. I'll just take Verdict, I think. Smack the Invasion. Get ready to play Light Shield Array. I hope they blow up one of my lands at some point. So this costs 1 with Thalia in play. That's always worth bearing in mind. Hence why I did it before casting the... That's fine. Right, let's march away their portable hole. Oh no, I have to... That will cost me another mana, I think. It'll cost me my other march. Is that worth doing? I think it probably is. It massively increases the clock. Yeah, I'm slightly confused as to what happened there, but I don't think it matters. Fine. Stick another Invasion of Gobakan down. Take away the Memory Deluge. Okay, it's all Thalia all the time at the moment. Let's hope she can get it done for us. There. Okay.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you.
Give the Emperor hexproof. Not... Give the Thalia hexproof, not the Emperor. I know what words do. Fine.
Guards, to me.
Ah! It's pretty remarkable we're still in this game, to be honest, given how badly we've drawn. Like I had to mulligan to 6 in every single game. Okay. Yep, no, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, ridiculous. Really bad draws, unfortunately. But the deck did well, actually. Okay, this is a actually keepable 7. I think we'll play Flood Farm Verge just in case we want to march something. It's probably unlikely, but you never know. Oh, it's a Bard class deck. Well, it's not a difficult choice. Let's do some spellbinding. Cool. Okay, we can get rid of that next turn. Now we got some extra protection for our creatures. What does this do? Fine. Okay, Drannith Magistrate's a pretty good draw here. No, I can't play their Domri. And I've got Spell Queller as well. So yeah, this one feels like it's going pretty well. Yep, if that's what you're doing this term, I am A-OK with that. March that away. Cool. Okay. So, Bard class is an interesting one. Not something I've hugely got much experience in playing against. I think Split Up seems decent. Maybe a couple of copies of that. Spell Pierce is good at stopping a Bard class on turn 2. Brazen Borrower to maybe bounce the Bard class. Yeah, Skyclave Apparition feels good as well. Cathar Commando. I think Thalia can come out here. Maybe I'm ditching the Spell Quellers on the draw as well. Like if they do land a Bard class, we're just in a whole world of trouble. And Spell Queller's not going to help with that. Probably keepable, not great, is how I would describe his hand. Okay, Split Up makes it slightly less painful. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to want that Split Up any moment now. Okay. This is all looking quite painful. So they're going to redraw now, I would assume. Yep. So that's fine. I'll play Cathar Commando. I've got a decent follow-up, which is to play Split Up, destroy all tapped creatures. Another Oath of Nissa. Fair enough. You do you. Rude. Oh, that's all of my stuff. I've just got a handful of reactive spells now. Okay, okay. Don't hate Brazen Borrower. Just as a creature to play, if nothing else. Which I think I shall now do. Just provide a bit of a clock. Would be good to have another blue mana so I could flux it if necessary, but it doesn't look like they've got anything of note. So you don't particularly want to be essence fluxing something like this. Sure thing. It's all Soak and Zan all the time today. Yep. Okay. No follow-up? Please? Okay. I suppose I could have marched it in response to them leveling it up. That might have been better. Either way, I don't think it matters too much here. Okay, well, a 1/3 does at least give me a blocker for their creatures. I assume they don't have anything here. But you know what? Let's have a look. Alright, fine. I'll make your Mox Amber cost 2. And I do it again. Play Light Shield Array. That'll speed up the process a little bit. Cool. Okay. Ran through that one quite quickly. Yep, this'll do. March can ditch us a duplicate Thalia if we need it to. Interesting. Perhaps Lotus Field or Phoenix. Either way, Thalia's a good turn 2 play here, I think. Yeah, so probably Phoenix. Boom, no one expects the second Thalia. So annoyingly, I missed a land drop there. Oh, it's Vivi. Okay, that's fun. So yeah, I think I'll Skyclave and get rid of Vivi. Can't have that hanging around. It depresses me too much. Okay, what do we got now? I'm ready. I'll do it. Oh, it is a Phoenix deck. Okay, fine. Well, I'll quell their Lightning Axe. It's a Phoenix deck with Vivi. There's so much going on here. I wonder if it's running Corey Steelcutter as well. It is! That's remarkable. I think we can march the Corey. Oh no, I can't. Dagnammit. Alright, I'll soul partition it instead. Now it costs 5 million to cast. How dare you? Okay, they're super out of cards at least. Ugh, not Phoenix. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay. So I could march the Phoenix attack 2. I could play Magistrate. And then march the Phoenix, getting rid of both of my Spellbinders. Is that mad? I don't think it is, actually. Because now they can't play their Corey Steelcutter. If they draw a Treasure Cruise, I will be so angry. Okay. Well, let's stall some light. Okay, it's just a land. So... okay, opponent, this better be good. Okay. They get 3 cards, 2 looks. 2 mana, rather. 3 cards, 2 mana. Go for it. Somehow they're still alive. Alright, I'll wait another turn. Alright, I'll wait another turn. Stop it. Fine. So, definitely want Rest in Peace. Spell Pierce, Skyclave Apparition is a good answer for Phoenix, and Corey Steelcutter. What's not so good here? Soul Partition I don't think is great. Lightstall Inquisitor is probably quite bad. I don't know. There's something to it. Cathar Commando is decent. Spell Queller maybe is a bit weak. Yeah, we'll trim 2 Spell Quellers. Can't hit Treasure Cruise. Too slow on the draw. Probably just want Brazen Borrower instead. Yeah. This needs a blue source of mana, but I actually think it's keepable. Okay, that'll do. Okay, not unhappy to see that. Pretty unhappy to see that. Now then, now then, now then. I think this is a play Thalia turn. But you could... I could see a world where I'm supposed to march that. Okay, well, we're being quite annoying, if nothing else. That's fine. They can have their Into the Flood more. Essence Flux that. And he's back! She. Okay, I quite like Drannith Magistrate here. Don't have any amazing attacks, though. Yeah, I think it's a Magistrate go turn. Keeps their artist talent out of the way. Okay. Did I even put in Rest in Peace? I'm fairly sure I did. Maybe my brain's just broken for a bit. This is all looking a bit tough, isn't it? I don't really want to bounce the Crackling Drake. They get cards off it. I think they took their Phoenixes out anyway, but... There. Okay. Well, that's not ideal. Just bounce that. Now that token will die to the anger of the gods. How dare you attack me with a Crackling Drake? Fine, I'll hold on to March of Otherworldly Light. Blah. That's my informed view on the situation. Okay. Cool. Oh, I did, but I don't want it. I'm gonna take it out. Take out Rest in Peace. Put back in Spell Quellers for Drakes and the like. Take out a Brazen Borrower. Run it back. Now, I wonder if they're meta sideboarding here and we'll put their Phoenixes back in. I don't know. It's too many layers deep for me, so I'm just going to ignore it. And hope it goes away. That was a little on the slow side. Because I could march something next turn if I absolutely have to, like an artist talent. Or a ledger shredder. That would also be acceptable. I think I can do that. Yep. Pay 2. Lose one of my Sky Clays to get rid of that. Show me your hand, opponent. Okay, I'll take the Abrade. I've got a decent answer for Steel Cutter when they play it. Villain! How dare you draw more removal? Ludicrous. How would it kill you to just, you know, draw nothing for a turn and lose? Okay, that's quite spiky. I'll offer them the trade here if they want to trade their only creature for my Lightstall Inquisitor. I'm not unhappy about that. Fine. I shall put yet more taxes on your things. Oh, go away. Just can't reason with people like this. I still can't get through their Ledger Shredder yet. Yet being the operative word. Just the absolute worst. Be a land. This wasn't a land. How much am I willing to lose this Thalia to get my invasion into operation? Not doing anything else, am I, so... Now they've got a choice here. Yeah, I knew they'd take that trade. I thought they would, and it does mean I can play the invasion. So I'll grow my Skyclave. protect it with Light Shield Array. Stop having 1-drops. I know that's kind of this deck's thing, but also stop it. Play Thalia. Say go again. Having no answers for this Shredder has proved to be a massive problem, to be honest. I don't know where they've all gone. Fine. See if I care. Aha! 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 I'll stop doing that eventually. Oh, it's all looking very close, isn't it? I mean, could you just maybe, like, draw a land? Would it kill you to draw badly for a turn? Okay, well, they can't use Lightning Axe. Am I dead? No. Coward. So I take exactly 10, so I've got to trade, unfortunately. So I take 7. Yeah, that won't do it, because I could bounce that. Then I gain... I'd attack for 5. Well, that's annoying, isn't it? So I think, yeah, what I've got to do here is just pass the turn and wait. Then bounce their Shredder. I'm not dead. I'm pretty dead. I see. No, this won't do, I'm afraid. Simply will not do at this point. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, no. That's a shame. I mean, the deck went 1 and 2. I feel like it had to fight through some pretty shitty hands that were very unlucky. Like, particularly in the Azorius control game. Yeah, one thing short. That's disappointing. Yeah, no, it struggled. Yeah, a lot of mulligans, a lot of dead draws. Like, yeah, drawing none of our answers for Ledger Shredder was a little bit disappointing. It just kind of we just couldn't get through it for so many turns. But yeah, I actually think the deck did quite well considering that. Two close losses and then a kind of a very clear win. Yeah, not bad at all for a kind of off meta deck. Yeah, Lightstall Inquisitor combining with Magistrate made for some quite powerful taxes that just, yeah, disrupted the opponent enough that when the deck was able to just punch through, could win the game. But yeah, I think on a different day that would have been a pretty clear 3-0. So yeah, I'm not unhappy with that, even though did end up losing 2 of the matches. So yeah, close stuff, but pretty impressive. Yeah, I liked it. So yeah, that is the deck. Here's the deck list one more time. It's in the description as usual. So thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and contribute to the coffee account if you're able to. And yeah, I'll see you next time.